It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Just when I got into the mood to like, I'm gonna do this YouTube thing and I'm gonna start really pushing it and then we got super busy with work, which is great, but it's just been nuts. Anyway, wanted to share with you. I found out the buttons. They're numlock 7 and 8, and those open the sides of the truck. You can open them independently, and we can load our beer onto the truck. And I think for brevity's sake, we'll just sell these locally because we need to get this series rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and, in this episode, we're going to fill up the rest of the truck and take a load to the local brewery that wants some. Later on, we may do some more international type deals, but we're going to at least get a load sold. Because. We also need to finish selling. We got a bunch of bales on our farm that we're selling. I wonder with the new FS22 that's coming out here soon, if they, because I know people have continually complained about the sound of the ticking and hissing for non-hydraulic devices like tractors, where they don't do that in real life. I wonder if they will, if they'll fix that so that people are happy, because they've talked about this great new high-def sound system that they're putting in. I wonder if that'll include getting rid of the tractors that are non-hydraulic that will not make ticking and hissing noises anymore. This thing is so touchy. See, I've gotten a little bit better at this. I'm still not great at these, but go ahead and put that through. I don't think we can get a second layer there. We're going to load it all the way up, though, and then we'll see. If we have some left over, we'll do a second layer. But the local brewery has offered us better deals than the faraway brewery. So, or the local, not brewery, but the local marketplace. So we'll be doing both. Obviously, once we fill these guys up, we'll have orders to send elsewhere. So how's everybody doing? It's like I said, it's been pretty nuts here. Got all kinds of stuff going on with animals and business and the house, and a lot of construction going on. Getting real excited for FS22 to come out. A bunch of new features. Obviously, this kind of stuff will be included in the base game. Seasons and Industry are both coming to FarmSim as non-mods, but as part of the game. So those of you that are on console will also get to enjoy stuff like this. People always ask me pretty much every episode what map this is because they want the Industry stuff. And then if they're on console, they're often disappointed because, once again, this is console only. So I'm just going to test this and see if this will fit. Probably already did, but technically, yes. Physically, no. So, yeah. Put it down. Drop it. Drop it. Good tractor. I hope that this is low enough that it'll sell and we won't have to unload the truck by hand, because that would be a nightmare. But it might be too high up. It looks like it might be. Actually, I think you can unload this like by side. And you say, but why are you using that huge forklift? I think the Torian's the smaller of the two, if I remember right. But it's we're not using the big one. But this is you need to have at least a front loader. These pallets are mega heavy, and like your regular like forklifts and stuff like that are not going to be able to lift them. So. It's beer day here on Chapman Farms. A beverage that I don't drink myself. I've had maybe 2 in my life. Not bad, but not really my thing. So yeah, I'm getting super pumped. I think one thing we're gonna do, and I already have it pretty laid out. We're gonna do a multiplayer map on the American map, and that's gonna be with I'm hoping Tayloa, JC, Mr. Micah, Kyle if he wants to join. My wife is gonna be on there, maybe Pedro. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 3 to 4 farms, each farm having 2 people on them. And I know it's 16 multiplayer. We may include guests here and there, but I kind of want to keep it a little bit closed for recording purposes. It's hard when we have new people come on because they don't know the rules and they don't know communications devices don't always work right. But those are the guys that I've had like pretty big farms with in the past, and I think we're going to try to do a nice. Maybe not competitive farm, but a nice multiplayer. But I think it will be competitive. We'll probably do 3 or 4 competing farms, and we'll have to work together on things and also produce things. You think we'll get all? You think? Oh yeah, we'll definitely get all of these on there. Queso. Come on. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that we have. Did I just do production on this side? It might have just done production on this side. We have another 2,700 liters available. These are 5,000 piece, so that's not much. We're looking good on the wall with all of our other things, though. I didn't quite get that straight. Whoops. Put that down. Nope. No. Wow, I'm really bad 0 on this one. Okay. Fasten that up. We're moving right along here. 99 bottles of beer in the truck. 99 bottles of beer. Actually, there's way more than 99 bottles here. There's hundreds. Hundreds of bottles of beer on the wall. That was back before cars had DVD systems in them for your kids. My truck, the 2005 Yukon, I'd be surprised if it works, but it has a DVD player in it. I was going to get rid of all my DVDs, and I'm like, you know what? Let's actually keep them because we'll be able to watch DVDs in the Yukon. if it works. You know how those things go. They work for a couple. No, it's never been used. The guy that owned it did not use it at all, but it still can go bad. Oh, me poo poo. All right, get that up there. Good enough for you is good enough for me. It's good enough. I'll stop, I promise. So we still have to collect the straw off our field, the bales. And we still need, and we're selling them. We've been doing that with the Mercedes. And we also need to turn those fields around and get grass planted before winter. It is early autumn, so it's a 6-day year or season. So we have 4 days to get that done. Now, in Farm Sim 22, each day will represent a month. So we'll have 12 days in the year, or 12 months, obviously, but each one being a day. So we would have already been into mid-autumn on the Farm Sim 22 version. So it is going to be interesting to see how it works out. A lot of people skeptical. I'm excited personally. I love Farm Sim though, and so to me it's like a new one always means that there's going to be great new stuff coming out. But I know there's a lot of people, and every time a new one comes out, we get these people that they hold off for years. And they're like, I don't need it. And then they finally get it, and they're like, wow, this really is great. And it's like, yeah, I tried to tell you. But I think that, even though it's mostly underpinning changes, and like as in somebody that said last night on one of my streams, they're like, yeah, well, they just added some mods. Well, yes and no. Yes, they just added some mods, but they added the big mods. We're not going to have to wait for seasons. We're not going to have to wait for factories. And the factories will be, I think they're not thinking big enough. Because now, pretty much any map that comes out can have industry in it. You don't have to have special mods, or it's only compatible with this map and that map. Like, it's going to work with everything. And so that is going to be great. Also, like I said, it sounds like they are personally implementing the multi-farm idea for multiplayer, which is something that they put into 19, but they never really realized it all the way. There were a couple maps that had that, like Pleasant Valley, which are horrible, boring maps. I mean, they're cool as far as the industry stuff goes, but the maps themselves are kind of like... And so, and then, or like the Michigan map, which is a very early map. That one that I played that I wish would have come out, Tombstone, which was awesome, had several farms on it. Like you could pick like 10 or 15 different farms to pick from. And that all just went by the wayside by the first generation or second generation of mod maps. They really were like that first month or two that the game was out, we had multiple farm mod maps. But because Giants didn't really implement it well into this game, people just didn't use it. There were issues with the chickens having where people wanted to place animal pens on there, but it was only available to be on the main farm. Now they're making it so that it works with all of them. So I'm excited because, we'll see what happens, but it seems like those systems are going to work better, and it's going to make the multiplayer experience better. The only downside is, and this is one thing that Moni and I were talking about, the reason why we're going with a small group of people to start with is because we're going to need people that are going to be committed, and I know these guys will do it for sure. But it's important that we keep that, commitment level because, we have to be able to produce content, and it's going to be like a once-a-week thing, and the people have to be able to play when we're going to do this because it's, if you don't come on your farm while we're playing, your farm is going to, everything's going to wither and die. You might miss, 2 or 3 days, which would be like missing 2 or 3 months. So I think that trailer looks really full. Let's real quick buzz around to the backside here. I want to see what's going on in the... I don't think we started this process yet. My tea is running out. Yeah, we haven't put the wheat in. We got 1 pallet of that. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. Whoops. Wait. I gotta find the. Sorry, guys. And we're jerked out of reality into Warpland. Boop, 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 boop. A lot of cool equipment coming out for Farm Sim 22. You guys have seen the versatile tractor. There's a vintage Massey Ferguson. I'm excited. I know there's a vintage John Deere also. So that'll be really cool. Hopefully they'll give it to us at like reduced prices. That's another thing, and I once again, I don't think they're going to address this, but it would be nice if they did, where they put in like used tractors and used equipment. You know, like don't give us a 50-year-old tractor and give us modern pricing for it, like brand new. Like give us a discounted price, because I can go out and get an old tractor for $15,000, $20,000 instead of $150 when it was new. There we go. Look at all that lovely beer. And we got lots more in production, so we should be making some serious buckages. All right, let's there. I don't want my beer flying out. All right, where are we going with this thing? Let's see. Beer Fossen. Oh my gosh, all this stuff you can sell. They go right now. The best price is going to be Edka. Is that it, or is there more? Edika right now. It could also be Stadium. Oh, the stadium, like the stadium. We have to look on our map. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so that's in town. Oh Lord, this is heavy. Don't look at the wheel. It doesn't exist. So we're going to buzz down to town here and deliver this massive load of beer. Beer here. That wasn't funny. Sorry. I have my moments. Some of them are good. Some of them aren't. It's the beer truck. So we will, in one of these episodes, we're going to deliver this far, far away, because we do have a couple distributors that wanted beer that were outside of the Netherlands here. So. And we're in a 30 zone. Move it or lose it. I'm hoping there's a back entrance. I'm not sure. I've never been here before. Oh, look out, lady. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a pallet machine, so, yeah. Put this stuff right here. Is it selling? Oh, good, it's selling. Thank God. I was worried it would be too tall. And we're gonna open up the side door and let the beer flow out. And the money flow in, literally. The money is flowing in. So we made $119,000 plus. Now what's funny is those, oh boy, let's do this. There we go. Will those, oh God, oh no, 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 okay. We just gotta hold it till they sell. They're selling. So let's say 120 roughly. Plus an additional 40 that we just made. How much is that? 119 plus 40, so about $160,000 for a truckload. That ain't bad. And there's more to come. Lots more, I think. If not, we've spent our way into oblivion, but that wasn't too bad. So that's exciting stuff. So we're going to go ahead today for the rest of the day because the factory needs to catch its breath and continue to produce. So we're going to go ahead and head on back, and I will go to the farm, and we're going to sell some bales and kind of look at our field conditions and see how things are going there. But it was nice to get our first delivery done for the year. How are we doing on fuel? We're fine. And there's the brewery. Oh boy. Yeehaw! I don't know. Okay, we made it. I wasn't sure about that. It's a little bit of a hilly situation there. All right, so far so good. So we just made $170,000 on beer, and I'm going to park this truck up front here, and we'll load it up again once we get closer. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, it's time to do our duties. It's time to do our recording duties. Pretty sure we got grain in that bin. And I'm going to go out to the south here. And I don't think I've collected. No, I still got a lot of bales to collect. But this will go quick because we've got our handy dandy 24 bale collecting truck. And this is what we've been doing on the farm. So, collecting bales. This is what I do. Anyway, I'll bring you along for the next 10 or 15 minutes. We'll hang out, and then it'll be our turn to move on to the next map. I still have things to do in Erlengrot. So we're just raking in the money now, even though we've spent a bunch. I don't remember. We spent money on something. I don't remember what we bought. We bought something that was expensive, maybe a sprayer or something like that. I don't remember. But we did. We did it anyway. But this farm's got deep pockets, thankfully. Too bad we don't do animals, because we could have a lot going on here. There's enough hay and straw for a lot of animals. Probably too much straw. But yeah, so anyway, life's been busy, guys, and I apologize. You know, I'm always on here making excuses. But the bottom line is, you know, we had a really busy summer. People working on the inside of my house, people working on the outside of my house. My wife's here. She's got a lot of work, so I have to drive her around. And then on top of that, you know, I've got my regular work, which hasn't been great, but it's starting to pick up. And so it's not, I don't have time to record as much as I would like to. And, you know, we've had, you know, there were a couple weeks there where I had time. And I think we're getting back into that. Once we've gotten past back to school, things will slow down a little bit. For the next couple weeks, so I'll try to get some stuff in, and then we get to November, and it'll be time for Farm Sim 22. It comes out on November 22nd, I believe, and I'm hoping that I get early access like a week or so before. It all depends, you know. Sometimes they give us like way early access, and sometimes we have to wait. So it just depends on what they're doing. I don't know what they're going to do, so we'll see. But if I do get early access, you can bet that I'll be making YouTube content, and we'll be streaming it on Twitch, both. And the YouTube content, I probably will have a little bit of mix, like Twitch replays and regular content, exploring maps. I want to do multiplayer on the American map, but what's going to happen is I'm going to have to like maybe just try like 2 different farms on there, one with the multiplayer and one with me only. So we'll see. One man, one bale trailer, one unimog. Can Arthur do it? Yes, he can. Once again, we're bringing in lots of money this way too. It's just slower. It's not as easy gotten money, but it's money nonetheless. Right there. About $8,000. Can't complain there. This is where things get exciting. Does the ground need plowing? Let's see. Nope, it does not. Like, I think by where the, not the hay, the, oh my gosh, the hops were growing. I think because of that crop, it's probably, it's considered like corn. I think that's going to have to be plowed, but we can do that. We can do it. I know I'm not the best driver in the world, but so once again, we're going to put grass down on these fields for our winter crop. And we'll harvest it for silage in the spring. I'm thinking about maybe I don't know. There's got to be a better way to do this. Right now, I'm baling it. I wonder if I make silage using if I build a silo on the farm. And the hard thing is getting your money's worth. The thing about the bales, I'm not making any sense. The thing about the bales, the reason why I use bales versus using like a silage pit is that the bales are continuously worth the same amount of money, whereas if you make a silage pit and you sell the silage, every time you put a scoop in, it becomes worth less and less. So I would prefer to sell the bales simply because the money is the same, but they're a little bit more difficult to work with because I got to store them and then we got to load them in, and so we got to load them onto this thing twice. We collect them and then distribute them. And so they have to be moved twice, which means that there's a lot more driving back and forth. I'm trying to think of a way. We could maybe store them at the silage facility, at the hay facility. This place where we sell them, they might be able to store them there. Take a look at it and see what we got. I don't think there's enough room here for, I mean, we have, as you guys saw last year, we had like 15 stacks. I mean, I don't think we're going to have enough room here. I think we're going to have to do it back at the farm. So it is what it is. At least we can sell these things here, and they're worth a lot of money. What's up? So I guess it's worth the work. Oh, my doggies have been outside. Don't bite. It's my puppy. My puppy. You dork. Silly dog. She just flipped my card reader onto the floor. She got all excited. Oh, Hermione. Hermione the Dalmatian. All right, I'll do one more load, and then we'll call it an episode. But yeah, so we had a good night. So far, we started with $120-some-odd thousand, and we're up to $328. This is the season where we make money because it's the end of the year. And then we'll decide what to do, if we just hold steady or if we decide to buy another field and maybe make the production go up a little bit next year on our wheat and or barley. That might, like this, I'd like to buy this field over here, but it's not, we don't have to do it. It's, we're making good money now. And we have all the equipment that we should ever need. So, I don't know, we'll see. But So we're slowly collecting. It just takes forever to do this. I mean, honestly, what, like 3 hours in real life maybe, but from a game standpoint, I need to do this when I'm just like, hey, I want to just hang out and play games. But I've been doing it on camera. But that's part of Farm Sim. Big farming. This is one of the reasons why I want to get the multiplayer up and running too, because I think that these kind of things with a bigger farm go faster when you have multiple people doing it. And we're almost done with the field. Look at that. And we only have one more ginormous field to do. Look at the size of that field. Oh, man, I'm going to be here all night. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Got to start somewhere. So we had 2 fields to do. Now we just have like one in a little bit. The elephant is a 3/4 or a 2/4, 1/3 of the way done. Because this field's smaller than that one. So this elephant's been eaten. That one still needs to be had. Ew. The whole idea is yuck. And one more bale. So we didn't have enough room to get the whole field taken. Oh well. So that was a good take home. This will be put us up to 336. Not bad. By the time we get these fields planted with grass, and I think I'm just going to plant, I'm not going to do any plowing or anything. I probably won't do any fertilizer either. We're just using it as fertilizer, so we'll throw it down. We will be ready once we're done by tomorrow to sell more beer, and I think probably it's going to take us several days to produce it all. So it'll probably last through the winter, or at least part of the winter. And we have all of our wheat still to put in. We haven't even done that yet, but I think we're probably going to need to make some more malts. So some more malt beer. Ta-da! Yep. Did I call it? 336, right on the dot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of North for March, or Chapman Brewery, Claas Farm. I definitely had fun making it, and I'm going to continue to load these bales. Hopefully the next time we come back, they'll all be sold. I have to remember to kick back and watch some TV and get this done off camera, because we've just got so much of that to do. And then we'll be ready to start getting the fields planted with grass for the following year. So this is the furthest I've ever gone in a seasons game. And I'm actually really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to the next version of Farm Sim, which will have seasons included. And it's going to be fun. All right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we will see you next time on Claas Farm. Bye.